Okay. Yeah, he came over and got the key. Yeah. He got the on there because I was on the phone.
7 o'clock. All rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moment to honor those in the military and first responders, other public service to our country and community. No public comment. We need to approve minutes from the June 1st meeting with a correction under agenda items number 2. It just says the council, so we just need to finish and say the council did not approve to change the ordinance. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes with the change.
Nicole makes a motion.
I'll second.
Corey seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Accounts payable from June 2nd to June 15th. Any questions?
No questions.
Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve accounts payable from June 2nd to 15th in the amount of $136,080.95.
Jerry's make the motion.
I'll second.
Corey seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Agenda item number 1, consider rec budget. That's
He's not able to be here to play the games, and so, he did ask if I would talk about. So, him and I went over his budget line by line. I think that we didn't really know in 2027 what was due, trying to get in the swing of it, so things were removed, in the revenue, and then also there was some things that he decided he wasn't gonna.
This meeting is being recorded.
Things he wasn't gonna do with his expenditures as well, but all in all, with the fact that, his salary is $20,000, which is more than what the rec director previously and secretary combined made. It did increase the overall budget for the rec, but, I mean, given that I feel $43,270.04 for an overall budget for 2027 is an acceptable amount it's a justified increase from this year. We did not know, since it had been discussed with the pool, on if any of those expenses were going to be pushed over to the rec at all. So we just completely left that separate.
I thought we had talked about it being separate this year.
This year, but next year. This is
Next year.
2027.
Next year.
Okay.
I think they need to stay separate.
yeah.
I do too.
So if you have any, recommended changes that you want to see on here, please let me know. This is what he's decided would be a good amount of work for 2027.
The reimbursement for USD 312, what is that?
It's that
What is that
money for the.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Okay,
It's unaccounted for, so that's why I put it in a,
gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
it wasn't budgeted to have a revenue this year.
Okay.
Anyone have any questions?
I do. So a long time ago, in order to keep up with the mower that the rec uses to drag the fields and stuff, there used to be a line item where they would put money aside so every 4 to 5 years, they could either update that or replace it, similar to what the maintenance does for their vehicles. Is that not on here anymore?
I have nothing on the capital improvement card, and so it could be something that we can add.
Okay.
And so,
The mower that they're using currently, is it the? Right, but is it the schools or is it?
it's ours.
It's ours. That's why when we,
The school just uses it,
they have their own.
or they do?
Yes. That was part of the original MOU when we did it, is we would use our own equipment and not theirs to maintain our fields and we use it. So I don't know where that's at. I just know that's originally 10 years ago what it started as. And I know we put that line item in, so we knew we'd gonna need to replace it at some point. So I don't know. I was just curious. Just don't see it on here.
It can definitely be put into the capital improvement and then as a. Or not. that goes
Yeah, because it was
every
just
year.
every year to build up so that when we needed it, it was available. So it didn't have to be a surprise out of somebody's budget. So just
Is it
curious.
Something that we could consider.
That's what I was saying. We
passing
mix it
down,
with this.
Or is it?
I mean, I don't know. I'm just, I don't want us to end up having to drop a significant amount of money on something later and not have it planned for.
Mowers and stuff like that.
Are bigger and wouldn't be, okay. Perfect.
The good thing is the wreck mower should last.
If we were to put aside money, how much would we to the?
I don't remember how much those.
I just don't have all the answers to any of them.
I'm guessing 4 or 5,000.
Are you okay?
At the
Yeah.
most,
Okay.
at the most.
Do we need to put it on their budget, or is it something that just goes on our capital improvement line item?
I mean, it would be on their budget, but I mean, so if you wanted to, that's what I'm saying, if you wanted something in capital, but I mean, I don't even have an idea of what cost. I mean, it doesn't, we don't mow. We're not supposed to touch the grass. So it's just something that we honestly need to just have something to drag with. But I don't
Right.
think it would have to be a.
I think it would have to be a mower. It should be like
Yeah,
a side
something just that is school approved to be on the
So
field.
I don't know if you want to add it for this year or for 2027, or if you just want to do something that's running to your budget. That was the
Yeah.
forward. That's up to you guys.
I was just curious because I know we did that at one time and it's just not on here. So it's whatever we feel like, what everybody else feels like we might need or Steve thinks we might need eventually.
You
So,
can add it to capital.
okay, thank you.
I'll research to see how much comparable mower.
Okay,
Thank you.
Good catch.
thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions?
I'll make a motion to approve the rec budget for 2027.
Second. Shirley seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. Park board.
Hi there.
Want to tackle the construction bid first?
Okay, sure.
As you know, we have acquired emergency bedding and community building storage room, along with other stuff, so it's getting rather cluttered and disorganized, so, which is causing damage to the walls and doors when they try to move tables in and out. So, anyway, we had Brad Lindeman put together a bid for some storage cabinets and sketch of them there, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Is it gonna go on the, which wall is this?
This is on the south wall. And it pretty much takes up the whole wall. We left, as you can see, we left a gap in there to stand some ladders in. The 3 cabinets on the right will be lockable. And then the 2 on the left, we just have open shelving there.
What are you planning to put in
Uh,
there?
Supplies, I think there's a high chair that we can, those are adjustable shelves and there they can be removed, so that's the place we can put that high chair. Just
So are these lockable ones where the bedding and stuff is gonna be, where
Right.
they're locked out?
right.
Have we had Brad do work for us before?
We haven't, no.
Okay.
Brad is phenomenal. He was my previous neighbor. He's done work for Home Depot,
He-
Lowe's maybe. I don't know, but he
He does,
construction type work.
Okay.
He does very good work.
Windows and doors.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he like redid a house, the house that he's living in.
he's not, have remodeled our church and, yeah, he's just kind of a all,
I kind of like the idea of marking on the budget. I already, estimated, but if you guys.
he lives here in town too. So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case,
I considered, having Derek, seemed like it. I don't know how busy he is, but it took him a while to get that, little shelter built over there, so.
okay. All right. Well, I'll make a motion to accept the bid.
Think that
Oh,
we should-
yeah.
That's a good policy to have if you haven't had it in place, but, I mean, that's the thing, policy to have, but it's not a policy, so, okay,
Right.
we have.
I just like it. I do
No,
like
it's-
it, but.
It's a good,
What's anybody else's thought?
I mean, I think he does great work. So I don't, and he's, you know,
Dependable.
yeah.
Does he know when he'll be able to do it? Like, will he be able to start right away?
Pretty much. He's a retired from, but he does, work on the side and
Does he know how long it might take?
I don't, he didn't give me an estimate on that.
Okay.
I'm guessing, probably within a month.
Well, we've got 3 council members that are vouched for him, so I'll make a motion to accept the bid from Brad Lindeman for this project at the storage for $4,290.46.
I'll second.
You second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
thank you. Now the project. You study that, you see, we have had to make some increasements, mainly in the utility area to allow for higher utility costs. Under the community building repairs, it's pretty, well, we added $500 to have the floors. Every other year, we have the carpets cleaned, and then on the other year, we have the linoleum waxed polished. And for some reason, that hasn't been on the line item, but then we added that to that category. Capital outlay, it's actually dropped a little, but that is kind of up in the air yet. Steve obtained a new bid for paving by the pool area there. And it came in, I think, a couple thousand higher than what the last one was, $56,065. We are anticipating having some money left over in this year's budget, and I don't know exactly what that is. Yeah, there's a lot of year left, and I think the pickleball players want to build a new stadium or something, so we have to work that in. I was anticipating 6,000-7,000 overage that could be encumbered towards the paving project, so we only have 52,000 attributed towards the paving, plus whatever we encumber over should cover the 56,000. And then we put in another 5,000 for pickleball stadium, whatever comes up that repairs or things that come up that we don't anticipate.
Okay.
And which brought the total clear down at the bottom, just it's like $330 over what we had last year.
What happens between 2025 and 2026? I stated here, there.
Entries.
Yeah. I feel like,
Paving, there was, that we did concrete.
oh, okay. Just saw that there was a significant,
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that was the paving by the pool, the front of the pool, and then over by, the community center.
okay,
That's why that went up.
okay. That's my only question.
Anybody got any other questions? Concerns?
No?
I will make a motion to approve park board budget for $73,330 for next year.
You made a motion?
Second.
Nicole seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Lloyd Group presenting the budget.
Good evening, council.
Well,
My name is Tiffany Jeffrey, and I am with the Lloyd Group. I'm a senior associate there as well as a member of our budget team. I worked with Josephine the last couple of years on the budget, and so we are back today. I believe in front of you guys is a packet that we put together, the 2027 budget. It's very draft preliminary at this point, but I'll just kind of go through it. If you guys have questions as I go, please stop me and ask any questions you may have. So the first page there is titled Budget Highlights. So we did actually get your R&R assessed valuation information from the county clerk this morning. So I was able to get that inputted and included in here. So you will see in 2027, under that budget year column there in that first table, your assessed valuation increased by about 324,000. And then your revenue neutral rate also increased by almost 2 mils, like 1.939 there. So then you can kind of see the value of 1 mil there in the difference. Off to the right-hand side there, that kind of just breaks out your assessed valuation, the different categories for there. So that's kind of interesting to see that your real estate increased, but personal property decreased, state assessed utilities decreased to get to your total difference there, or total increase for the year. And then that bottom table there, cash reserves, this is just a good kind of overview that we use with all of our clients, but we list all of your taxing funds, and then as well as your utility funds. We do have your capital improvement, a couple of your capital improvement funds, and then city equipment listed there. This is just good information to have. You can see your 2025 expenditures there, and then we broke it out by monthly expenditures, and then your cash reserve. So you can see what we recommend your cash reserve being. Like general fund would be 6 months, water, sewer, refuse 3 months. We would recommend that as a cash reserve in those funds. And then kind of going through the table there, you can see what your ideal cash reserve would be and where it's actually at. So which funds are overfunded and then which ones are underfunded. You have that one capital improvement that's underfunded, but again, that's a capital improvement project. Usually there would be some sort of revenue or something coming in that fund. So that's maybe not a good picture.
3 is well that.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions on that for me? Okay, perfect. So moving on, there is our page number 1 of the actual budget packet. This is just the certificate page. This basically just gives you an overview. This is the page that council will sign and certify to the county clerk once you get to that point, and you have everything ready to go for the budget. Page 2 is your motor vehicle allocations for the year. This information comes from your county treasurer. They provide estimates each year, so that's what we have plugged in there. Page 3 is your schedule of transfers. So your 25 column is obviously, we pull that from your financial statement. So that's the actuals. For 26, 27, those are both proposed or current. So the 26 column is actually what was approved on your 26 budget. And then we've just proposed the same amounts for the 27 column. However, we can always go back and make any adjustments we need to those at the end once you kind of have your funds where you want them. So page 4 is your statement of indebtedness. This is going to include all of your bonds and your lagoon project debt down there at the bottom. This is just stating your payments due for 26, 27. One question I did have, are you guys looking at any kind of new debt as far as like a bond? I know you may have mentioned that. Okay. Okay, perfect. I'll make that note, but it's probably not something that we have. Do you want it, or will it be included in the 27 budget, do you think? Will we get to that point, or? Okay, perfect. I'll make that note. That way we can get information on that and get that noted in.
It's the sales tax. It's approved, it's January.
Okay, perfect. Just as you get information on that, just send it over our way and we'll get that all.
Okay, and we're, yeah. And roof of our agents.
I don't know if where those funds are going.
Okay,
So.
perfect. Okay, perfect.
Did we
With the-
end up paying the
Settlement, we paid a bond,
settlement?
right?
Did we pay it toward the bond?
We didn't pay, no.
Never.
So we're still just holding on to it?
We need to decide what to do with it. Can we add it to the agenda?
Yeah.
I thought we had discussed it at one point and then
But
it
we-
kind of fell
but
off
we
the
did-
radar.
Yeah, we discussed what we were gonna do with it, and then we decided to table it because we needed to see what other things needed to be done, and I just don't think we circled back around to it.
You're fine. Good discussion. Okay, next page is page 5. If you guys had any lease purchases that would be listed there, you do not currently have any. Again, do you know if you're looking at any new lease purchases for 27?
No.
Okay, thank you. It's news to me if we did.
Okay, so moving on, page 6 is just the state grant aid for the library. The way that we have it prepared here, the library qualifies on both tests, so they would be eligible for that state aid and grant. Page 7 starts our fund pages. So first is general fund, which is the tax levy. Page 7 is the receipts, and then 7A is the expenditures. So you can kind of look through those. Again, the 25 column comes from your guys' financial statements, your audit. 26 is your 26 budget, and then 27 we just copied over and made any changes. She did have some changes for us, so we did get those inputted into there, which I believe are on page 7B, which breaks out your departments there. One thing I did want to ask, and I think that maybe what you just brought up, is the pool settlement fund,
Yes.
945,000. Is listed in there for 2025. Which significantly helps your cash reserve for 2027. But if you do need to, transfer that out or distribute it, amongst funds or wherever that may need to go, just keep that in mind there too.
That was a long ass day, I'll tell you.
If there was paid.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or the financial planner, Joey would probably be the person to, knowing we're going into a bond, to knowing what the city to qualify. Well, but just add the financial advisor, he would know.
Perfect. And so then on 7A, you'll kind of see, as of right now, we have same mill levy as last year. So that's how we have general fund prepared here. You'll see that cash reserve line is at 848,000. Again, that does include the 945,000 from that pool settlement in 2025. So again, whatever you guys decide to do with that, that number will change if you want to keep the mill levy the same in general fund. So that's just kind of an FYI there. 7B is just detail of your general fund expenditures, the different departments there. Like I said, I've gotten some updated numbers from Josephine already, so that is included in the 27 column. But she's going to continue to work on that. So as we get those, we'll update those as we need. Any questions on general fund? Any questions? Okay. Nope. Perfect. Okay, so moving on, page 8 is your library fund. Again, we have prepared this same mill levy as last year. And like I mentioned earlier, they do qualify for that. I know, it is very tiny. I wish we could get that to adjust when it prints.
I know. Why? It's just
on there, but
sorry.
you're fine. You need a magnifying glass next time, maybe. Okay, so then page 9, moving on to special highway fund. It's pretty straightforward there. You get your gas tax and then your county transfer tax for receipts, and then your expenditures, commodities and repaving there. And you do have that cash reserve of $59,250 in there as is. And then the water utility fund is your next one there. One question we always like to ask on our utility funds or on the utility funds is, have you guys looked at rates lately? We see a lot of cities that kind of, oh, we'll get it next year, and then it just never happens. And so then it comes to find, like, you're 5 years behind on an increase. So then when you do have to go, do that increase, it's a large chunk versus just a little bit each year, kind of thing. I'm not saying you need to increase rates or anything. It's just something good to always think about, to make sure that you guys are looking at that each year. So
I don't think we've looked at water.
okay.
We have asked for a water rate, but for people who do it are really backlog, I guess you could say, when it comes to our water rate study.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, but it sounds like you guys have at least been in discussion or thought about it. So that's good there. The other question I had on the water utility fund is, so in 2025, there were expenditures under personnel service and employee benefits, but there's nothing for 26 or 27. So I didn't know if that seemed kind of odd, so I didn't know. Okay. It's included in that. Okay.
Preliminary
Okay.
one.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So that will take care of that then.
See.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. All right, so moving on to page 10, we have our sewer fund and then the refuse fund. Same thing. We just ask, again, if you guys have looked at those rates, where you kind of are at. If you've had a rate increase, recently in the last several years, if not, just think about that kind of thing. Again, I'm not saying you need to increase your rates or anything at this point, but it's always something good to review each year and just make sure you're covering your costs, and everything. So, it looks like in sewer fund, there is a cash reserve of 42,000 in there, for 2027. And then in the refuse fund, 30,000 or almost 31,000 in there, so. Okay, so then we have the capital improvement number 3 fund, which you said was the Wildcat Landing. Okay. So it looks like, that was actually negative cash at the end of 2025. But if you are planning on that transfer from electric in 2026 and 2027, that brings that cash, up for both of those years. So I don't know, are you still planning on that transfer in 2026?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, okay.
What kind of funds?
Or the-
Okay.
And then, one other question I just had on this was, so capital outlay, there were some expenses, about 63,000 in 2025. Are you planning on any in 26 and 27? The capital outlay, the capital improvement number 3 fund.
That thing, and we don't have any more capital outlay expenses because we're at the point of selling a lot, so there's.
Okay,
Keep coming out of pocket.
okay, okay. We'll leave those as is then.
And that's true unless we don't sell lots, right?
We have 7 years to do that before we start having the financial.
We will have an expenditure.
And that's really
Yeah.
the gas.
When we sell a lot, does it go into this capital improvement 3 or?
It should, I mean, because it's revenue for it. So.
Okay.
So we have 1 lot sold now, so.
Okay. Do we need to add up under the receipts then, like lot sales, and include something in there? Or, I mean, we can just add that line and keep it at 0 for now too. Because I mean, you don't know how many lots you're gonna sell in what year kind of thing. And we like to be conservative on the receipt side. But we can just put, the description in there and leave it at 0 for now. And then, if you get to, I don't know, a couple months down the road and you're like, man, these lots are just going. And so, there is some revenue there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just didn't know, I know that we won't be financially obligated for 7 years. But is it something that we need to be looking or planning for? I mean, is that something then that we make payment on, or is it something that we have to have the funds to pay now? Is it something we should be setting money aside just in case?
About how many lots get sold.
Sure, but without knowing the answer.
Right. Plan on it. Yeah. Sitting there in case we fail to sell the lots, but.
And I feel like that's
I feel like
more
it's gonna,
responsible.
I do
than-
too, because that's gonna be, that could be a very large check that we have to write. We don't start.
Or at least get some more information on it, so we know if we should.
For exactly what the dollar amount is, $50,000.
Per lot?
No.
Oh,
Total.
just total.
I was gonna say something.
Per lot.
I'm sorry.
It's like $50,000.
Just a one-time fee.
Yeah,
We're just paying for the installation of the gas.
Okay.
That might do it.
And you do have, you have cash in that fund. So if it does come down to that, if you look under the cash,
7 years from last year.
We got 5.
5 left. So under your cash reserve line, there's $376,000 in there. And that's if you transfer that 220 in 26 and 27, and then you only spend, that 29,000 listed, for the GO bond payment. So
Any other questions on that?
Perfect. Okay, so moving on, page 12 is your electric utility fund. Again, your electric rates, have you reviewed those lately?
We just redid
Yeah.
them.
Okay, perfect.
Just,
I thought we did.
just industrial.
Oh, just industrial.
Yes.
Okay.
We went on that for so long, I forgot. It felt like it was everything.
We were starting that process.
We have been, yeah.
At Storm,
Oh, that's right.
when the person that did that with KPP left. So I've,
We're still waiting on the rate study, right?
yes,
Okay.
which we could have had by now, but we kind of put it on hold with the proposed electric project coming. That's gonna affect what that rate is, depending on
Okay.
what the numbers say.
But I will say though, because of the industrial rate, increase, it will be more than what you see for 26 and 27. Where? On the, sales to consumers, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's.
So 26 and 27 will be more than what this is projected?
Yeah,
Okay.
quite good, I would say.
Perfect. Okay, so then next is your city equipment fund, page 13. It looks like in 25, there wasn't any equipment purchased, at least out of this fund. There were a couple transfers in. So looking at 26, are you guys planning on, I mean, we have some things listed there that was included on your 26 budget. So I didn't know, are you guys still planning on purchasing that equipment for 26? Or, you know, is there a different route you want to take? I know sometimes things change. You can't predict some things on there. And Josephine, I wonder if we need to look at that. Was it capital or?
Capital improvement.
Yes. Okay.
Getting all of the right now, our amounts that we have that we're projecting, I'm trying to make sure everything's increased by at least 3% just because of how much the cost of everything.
Inflation. Sure.
So.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, perfect. Well, once you get that updated, just get that over to us and we'll get it updated on here too. That way we make sure you guys have budget authority in 27 for whatever needs.
have projected that we're supposed to purchase another police vehicle, a Kubota side by side. Those are the two big ones. And then,
We'll probably be doing something with one of the bucket trucks.
yeah,
Possibly even the hydro back, I think, still just wait for them, but yeah, we're gonna be making changes with some equipment.
Okay,
yeah.
okay, perfect. Once you have numbers for that, just get it to us and we'll get it plugged in. And then on 26, so are you planning on those purchases still that you have in 26? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So then page 14 is capital improvement fund. Looks like you guys have some transfers coming in there. Maybe that's your electric project, the housing development, some, you know, capital improvement projects down there at the bottom. For 2026, which we've also copied over to 27. So I don't know if that maybe needs to be updated as well, just to make sure that we have everything for 27 included in there for what you guys want budget authority for there. So I'll just make a note that we'll get that updated as you guys kind of work through that.
Do we need anything equipment line item if we have this equipment budget? That way it's 0, 26 and 27.
Do you know what that was in 2025, 2,158? So I can go back and look at the audit and see.
Try to remember that off the top of your head.
Yeah.
Sure, that was in this well right next to the microphone. Sorry. I just realized I hadn't signed that. Yeah, I did that. No.
Do we want to come back to it once she finds it?
Yep, that's fine. Okay, and so then page 15 is your capital improvement number 2 fund, special project. It looks like there was a pool project in 2025, expenditure of 146,000 in that fund. But there were no receipts. So we do have a negative cash, balance on that. And then moving forward also, we don't have anything in there for 26 or 27. So I didn't know if maybe that was partial of the pool settlement funds. Or, that was just kind of me thinking outside the box. So I don't know.
That's what, we had to pay that.
The 146, was that part of the pool settlement whole thing or was that separate?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Okay.
And I put it in there because Christina adjusted by the time you get to
Having a separate, was that a new fund in 25? It was there.
25.
Uh-huh.
Or that's number 2. No, that was when the business, back in 2018.
Okay,
Before
gotcha.
that. Yeah, it started in 2018.
Okay. I'm sure that there was a reason why, she put that there. So,
But that, I mean,
So is it-
that was the thing that we to one of the other people.
So is that something that we can or need to just fund into or the money into to make sure it's even and get rid of this
So,
budget
yeah,
because
I
we
think
don't need it anymore? Or how does that work?
We transfer some of the pool fund, the settlement funds into capital improvement too, to
I don't know I don't know what the legalities are of that settlement payment, if there's anything
it's
tied
just,
to it or
yeah,
anything. Okay.
it's ours.
Okay. So then yes, in that case, I would recommend making a transfer just to get this fund to zero out and take care of that because if it sits there and is negative, you're going to have, I'm sure that was a note on your audit for that negative unencumbered cash balance at the end of the year. And so if that stays there, then that'll be noted again until you take care of it and get it back to zero. So. Yeah, so we can do that. Do you want to do that for 26 or do you want to do that for 27?
On the filing. Might as
Yep.
well do it for the
Might as well just go ahead and include it. Mm-hmm.
audit.
Yep. Okay, I'll make a note that we're,
And then does this budget?
I mean,
Stay or does-
Stay with.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions on doing that, moving some of this to zero out this?
I want an override and whatever makes
So
the
then-
whole thing
Yeah,
settled
so-
with all votes.
Do we keep this budget open for something else or does it get rid of this budget, this piece of the budget?
so you can, if you make that transfer in 26, Yeah, I mean, you'll still,
Anything special for that or?
no, you'll just show your transfer in the 26 column. And then you'll have zero expenses, in 26, and then that will bring your cash balance back up for the end of 26. But because you have history in the 25 and 26 column, you have to keep this. I mean, we'll zero everything out for 27, but, you'll have to keep this sheet in your, budget packet for now,
Okay.
until that kind of runs out. And then you guys can decide what you want to do with that fund.
I'm just saying, like, do we, or can we use it for a different special project, or do we just need
Oh, to
to?
have it named capital improvement number 2?
Well, it,
Yeah,
right, it
I
is.
mean, it can, yes.
I just didn't know, yeah, if we
Yeah, we
should
could
use it for something else.
We had another thought.
Okay. I just didn't know the legality with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe
Sure, yeah, basically it's just a zero funds to them whenever you guys would need it or want to use it.
Josephine, did you find that equipment thing?
Sorry?
Did you find that equipment answer?
No, I
Okay.
couldn't find it. I mean, that could have been, the only thing I can think of with equipment that low, it could have been something I put under equipment for. And it was a bunch of equipment that they had purchased. So, because there's rec equipment and then there's equipment. And so,
And I can even too, I don't have it with me tonight, but I can go back and look at the financials, on our end of things and see what makes up that balance. And then just email you and get it to you. That way you guys have that answer
Because I
too.
don't- in my financials, I don't have like that one big lump.
Yeah.
Anywhere with
Yeah.
our grant.
Perfect. Yep, I will get that and I will, send that over. Okay, so any other questions on the capital improvement number 2? Alrighty, so next is page 16, and that is your non-budgeted funds. You just have one fund in there, which is your insurance proceeds. There's $2,400 in there, no receipts or expenditures in 2025, so that page is pretty boring, but if there were any others, they'd be included in there. And then, so that brings us to the last page, which would be your, notice of hearing to exceed R&R and budget hearing. So this is the page that you would actually, once you're ready, to publish for your budget hearing and your R&R hearing, this is the page that you would publish, in there. So you want to make sure that you have all your changes made, adjustments made, how you want to go. As it sits right now, the proposed estimated tax rate in that far right-hand column is the 64.001, which is the same you can see as 26 and then 25 also. And then you can also see your revenue neutral rate in there at 61.966. So as it is right now, that would be exceeding R&R. So I don't know if you guys are, for sure yet if you want to go ahead and exceed R&R. If you don't really have to know until your July 20th deadline, where you have to turn that into the county clerk. But you can always get ahead of the game too if you know what you want that to be at. The only downfall is you have to provide the tax rate when you turn that in. So you can't just say, yes, I want to exceed and then turn it in. You have to provide a ceiling amount. So that for example, that 64.001 on there. So if you guys are still wanting to make changes and kind of move things around if you want to, for that. If you do exceed R&R, your hearing has to be held between August 20th and September 20th. So I don't know when your guys' meetings fall within that time frame. If you have an idea of when you want the hearings to be held, we can go ahead and include that on here. So we have that date and time too. But that's totally up to you. If you want to wait a little bit and get that to us later, that's fine too.
So we can put it on the July 6th one. Meeting.
We need to have a decision by then.
I mean, since they decide now.
Yep.
Right.
Yep, you can decide now. I mean, you can say, yes, tonight, yes, we know we want to exceed R&R. We want it to be the 64.001, which is the same rate as last year. So
Always go low.
correct. Yep. That's just setting your ceiling. So you can always decrease it down to something else if you prefer. You just cannot go any higher than that 64.001.
Thoughts from the table?
I mean, I feel like we're gonna have to do it. I mean, even if we use that money to pay off some things, we're still gonna end up at the same pretty much number that we're at. So we're probably going to have to do it anyway.
I guess the question is, do we want our number at 64.001?
I mean, we really haven't gone over that in the last 3 years.
You know, if we haven't gone over it in the last 3 years, and I won't pretend I understand what it even all means.
It's a lot.
So I just cringe looking at that, knowing that we're over it, but I don't understand. And I'll admit to everybody in the world that I don't. But we've been at that for the last 3 years. I would say, yeah, we should be at that rate. So
Kind of same lines, you thought process Corey and Sherry are, like, we haven't gone over it. We'll make motion to exceed revenue neutral rate of
Ceiling?
Basically setting your ceiling.
64.001.
Nicole made a motion.
I'll second.
40 seconds. All in favor, say aye.
That's what I was gonna say, the
Yeah.
September 8th meeting.
Yeah. 20th, yep, the 20th. So does that work for you guys?
It has to.
Yeah, unless you want to publish and hold a special meeting of some sort. Otherwise, we'll use that September 8th date if that works for you guys. Yep. Yeah, so then the next step is your hearing notice. You want to make sure you have it in and published within that 10-day time frame. I would recommend the sooner the better because we do see things crazy happen. And I would just hate for you to get stuck at R&R. Yes, you've seen it happen too, and it's not fun to have those conversations.
You're back down.
Yeah. So, okay, perfect. Well,
So you're good to move forward with that then. Even or publish whatever you need to do and all of that.
we'll just make the final.
Or I publish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then once we have all the adjustments or changes that you want made, we'll provide you a new draft copy. And then, you can give that to council to review at that time before you publish, just to make sure it all looks good and kind of go from there. So, any other questions for me?
Any questions, guys?
Okay.
No.
Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you guys for your time.
Yes, thank you.
Do we need to have a capital improvement meeting before we finalize it?
We've been working on just what we have going on.
I just know that we haven't had a meeting since time last year, so I just didn't know. We need another council member on the capital improvement team. Because it was Chad and I, right? Anybody want to?
When is it?
Here?
Yeah, when is it?
What is it? It's whenever we can set it up.
Whenever I could try to get everybody the.
What does it entail?
It's just a meeting.
It's just a meeting to
talk about it.
discuss capital improvement projects.
I'll do it.
It's generally held during the year.
Easier for me.
If you give me enough notice,
Okay.
not a problem.
All right, moving on. Consider a brochure for 1% sales tax. Does anybody have any questions on it?
I would say, I did review it and I did edit it so that it's more neutral. I do want to encourage, you all that for like the public hearing that it's talking about, just to make sure that it's more information. And that you as the council are answering questions about the why and not as much as a like, campaigning for a vote, you know.
Right.
That's just the look.
Questions, concerns,
We
thoughts?
can only have 2 council meetings at the public meeting, correct?
We can call a special meeting that, and just as long as we give notice and then you all can hear, it's just nothing can, you can't talk about anything else besides that. And, there will be no action taken. I'm assuming there's no action taken for that. So that's not a problem once you guys decide. I would go ahead and call up a special meeting. That way whoever can make it can, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Did we decide to make it so specific for infrastructure? Or did we decide to leave it a little more broad?
it's for the.
It's
you see
general city purposes.
You see the, at the very beginning, it says exactly, that's what the ballot is, and that's what the,
The
county has.
bolded, the bolded is what the question's gonna look like,
Yes.
right?
That's what they're voting.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
So it can be general fund, but with the
Intent, yes, okay. Thank you.
Right. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I looked over and read it. I don't have a problem with the way it reads.
We just need to choose a date.
And then if we're gonna do a special meeting or if we're just gonna.
And the,
Pick who's gonna.
election is the 4th, August 4th, yeah.
Yes.
It's really July 20.
Because the very dumb. Oh.
What's that guy gonna come back and help with our,
Joey.
He said
Joey.
he would come, wouldn't he, to help answer questions of the public meeting? I believe he did.
I think
He
he
did
said
anything he would, if he wanted to.
Want to do one public meeting, or do you want to try to do 2?
I think we should probably try to do a couple.
I think so too.
Do
So,
we know what nights would tend to be good nights?
Want to know when we can get the meeting?
They said, I mean,
Can you pull up the
like a
schedule
week
for the
before
meeting?
the election.
Right.
Was recommended it in like a couple of weeks before. So if we wanted to have,
So that would be like the week of the 27th is the week before.
what's it for date? Yeah, the week of 27th, 29th, and 30th. There's nothing going on at the community building. On any of the Monday through Friday on that day.
What do we want to do? On
And
Monday?
if you wanted to do one 3 weeks before. Uh,
So right after the 4th.
14.
The week of 13th.
on that Monday?
I would say try to do a different day of the week.
Yeah, I would do like a
Middle. Like a Wednesday or Thursday and then the
So
Sunday,
the-
the 27th.
The community building, is taken on the 16th if you wanted to do it on July 16th, if you're trying to do it that week. That's the only day it's not used. Or that it's not available. So,
The Wednesday night.
I was just to be the one the week before. I would do it later in the week as possible, closest to the election.
Okay.
So just go to the 13th on like a.
Prep online.
Wednesday night, it'll be church.
Yeah, so
So
should we do it on a
Kevin, what time's
Tuesday?
church usually on?
Wednesday.
8. So usually 7 to 8.
7 to 8. So what if you did it at 6 on a Wednesday? People are already gonna be out. I don't know.
I agree, we can try.
So July 15th at 6.
you guys are wanting to do Wednesday?
I don't know.
which kind of.
I threw out the idea of maybe doing it before like most church, that way people can come into town or get out or whatever. They have to be in town anyway, but
Like Sunday or Saturday morning, but I don't know, big, all the big, she's like, no.
The community building's not available any week.
Can we do an earlier meeting, like 5 to 6 or something like that?
I don't know what people think people are going to be able to.
I mean, most people get off at 5 by the time they travel from wherever they work.
Okay.
July 15th at 6.
Yeah, and then so for the
We
week
can
of,
see what turnout.
So that's the 3 weeks before, but what about the week before?
the Thursday, if we want to go closer to election day, like, do we want to
Like
do
the
Thursday? Yeah, 30th is the community building available?
On the 30th?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We're gonna do that one a little later, like at 7?
What was the other date, sorry?
The 30th.
Okay.
It gives people two options to get there.
Okay.
Yeah, we can get a motion also to make it a special meeting.
Both of them. Okay. What do we need to say?
Just, they like to hold a special meeting for the purpose of the town hall based on the weather information.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to hold a special meeting on July 15th at 6 PM and July 30th at 7 PM for a town hall discussion of the 1% sales tax.
Nicole made a motion.
I'll second.
Sherry seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Consider staff phones.
So before I move forward, Matt has his agenda item actually on a Zoom meeting. They've been patiently waiting, so. He wanted to. That agenda item.
Which one is that?
Aye.
Aye, number 1.
I didn't, I won't even.
Vote for Axon?
For the search, because it's like a 5-year, I think, just, and we do a lot of it. Just, I'm saying they can prove it and make some of the journals.
I'm gonna make a
Yes, that's
motion.
fine. Matt, you can.
Yes, go ahead.
And I can do.
There, I'm gonna move you up here to the
podium.
podium.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, the attorney here, I just said before we, turn off on the dotted line, there are a few things that as legal, not necessarily the material, the main things that you guys are talking about here, but there are a few things that I wanted to go through and look at.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you want to take a look and redline anything, totally fine.
I was like, that's a normal thing for us, right?
100%.
The floor is yours.
Yeah, absolutely. Chief, if you want to, do we want to go ahead? Sorry, I don't want to talk over you.
You're good. So basically, we've got 3 body cameras right now, one for each of our officers. They are assigned to the officer, and we would like to upgrade to a 4th body camera, so our part-timers will be able to share a body camera, so it's not our camera. And then also with this quote, it will update our service agreement that we've got with Axon. We're jumping a year earlier. We're adding an extra camera, and this also updates our tasers because our tasers are getting close to the end of their useful life. So that's at the next year. So
we currently have 3 cameras. We're wanting to add one.
we're adding the 4th body camera.
So I remember you mentioning last time that they're assigned to each officer. So like one right now says Schaefer. Would that upgrade this and get rid of that and it would be assigned to the new officer? Now the part-time ones, would it just be like labeled part-time officers?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Does anybody have any questions for Aaron?
What is, so this quote, this 47,000, is that for the one camera and the services or
That's for all the cameras, all the services for 5 years.
for 4 cameras or just?
Yes.
Okay. So 4
So are we
cameras for 5.
Getting new cameras?
Not at this point, but when there is a refresh, I don't have to see the refresh on there. But that's when new products come available, they push those out to us. So we'll have later.
Does actually come with refreshed cameras at the start and then a refresh at the 2.5 year mark, because you were set to get a refresh of your current contract, and since we'd be absorbing that contract, it would just be moving that up so you have refreshed equipment entering the new contract.
So refresh now.
And that
if
was
you enter this
Zeroed
contract
out for you guys.
again at 2.5 years.
Correct.
Okay.
There's also a refresh on the Taser comes with a bundle, which is our Taser 10 certification plan. Part of that bundle is the virtual reality for training for the officers, as well as an annual allowance of cartridges that gets sent out every single year for every single officer to have their required certification. So no longer will they have to buy things a la carte at a premium price. And then a lot of the modules can be completed via the virtual reality. That virtual reality also has a 2.5 year refresh as well, coinciding with the body cams.
Any other questions for
Aaron.
Aaron? Anybody?
We talked about we talked about the budget on this with Josephine and I visited about it a little bit. We didn't have the 47,000 budgeted to go forward this year. But he's got it broke down there for us so we can do it yearly, which is a little more budget friendly. We know it's coming out each year. But we got an amount.
You have it. So you're looking for 26 budget, the 7,200. And then going forward, you'll make sure you have the 10,000, whatever budgeted. Okay. I see what you're saying.
If we have 50,000, that's in our capital.
How much?
60.
60, okay.
And how long is that for?
Aaron, how long is this quote good for?
End of the month. It says it expires today, but I can push that out to the end of the month and that'll be totally fine.
For me to what have, I hear about. Aaron, did you hear
I
me?
know.
July 6th, you said?
That's the next meeting, yes.
Okay. I can push it out to then.
So the 7th, we'll have to get back on the 7th.
Well, if I'll have time this 2 weeks to go back and then
Gotcha.
if you guys want, then you can.
We wouldn't
sign
approve it until July.
Yes, I just want to make sure
Okay.
that quote.
Okay,
So what are we doing?
She's going to review it and get back with us, and then on July 6th.
It'll be tabled until July 6th.
Well, so I have time to review, because they can't sign it because there are legal issues that I see that, in the master term. But I think these are ones that I work with actually often and for all the different cities. I just, want to make sure we get those red lines and then the quote is the same so that nothing changes and then it allows them to sign it.
Okay.
If they want, if that's.
well, if that's what we need to do. I move we just table this to the 6th. Unless the nickel.
No, I'm just, thinking in general.
I mean,
So
could
is-
we approve it stating input, including the red lines that the attorney
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
puts
Oh.
in,
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying, the material, like the numbers and stuff would be the same.
so that they can start working on getting this stuff?
That's on with who we have been doing that.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
There's another company out there, and I'm gonna tell you right now, they are an absolute nightmare to work with. So I'm gonna just be honest with you.
That I saw.
So I'm not, and this is who we have right now. Everything's set up with them.
So we're currently in contract with them.
Correct.
So
I know this
Sorry.
Sorry.
So, what kind of contract are we in? Is there, like, when is that contract supposed to?
It's basically the same contract as what we have here, except it's for three, it's basically the same, except it's got 3 body cameras on it instead of, we're adding a 4th one right now. The
When
other,
was it supposed to end?
it's supposed to end next year.
Because we already paid for it.
We're,
Are we prorated any
Yes.
kind of reimbursement?
yeah, there is.
The transfer balance is included in Steve's working that contract and locking the city in for 2026 pricing as well. The transfer balance of goods and software and services are listed on the proposal.
Right here.
For 2,000, okay.
Page 3 and 4. 3 and 5, apologies.
Oh, I see him down here.
Yeah.
So basically, we're terminating the old contract there, and then we're entering into a new one, and then
Right.
entering into the new, that, the certain conditions that are better.
Okay. And this is for all services needed for them, update.
This is for body cameras, this is for body cameras, tasers, and the software with that. We will have in 2028, we will have to do a new contract for our vehicles, because our vehicles have cameras in them as well. So it's just something, it's just another one of the levels of it that we don't have. I mean, it's not set to renew for another couple of years to work.
We've got.
We did a
Okay.
5-year contract starting April of 23 with that. So.
So anyway, that's kind of where we're at with that. I mean, I just want you to know ahead of time
Yeah.
that we're gonna be looking at that. When I come to you in 2 years and say, hey, we need this again,
Yeah.
you're not like, well, didn't we just do that?
Does this include, like, if something happens with one of them, like, are they warranted?
Yes, the warranty is listed at the bottom of page 4 of the proposal for everything.
Okay.
Um,
Thank you, sorry.
Oh, yep.
no, you're fine. I mean, it's 8 line items.
Mhm.
Right.
The camera docking.
Mhm.
And then you'll see that tap warranty at the bottom that covers the cameras in the dock. That stands for the technology assurance plan. That's just the hardware refresh at the 2.5 year mark, but the warranty covers that portion, but that's just what tap refers to.
Any other questions on it?
I don't think so. So we see what that is, with her red ball.
Mhm. Yes. That's what I asked, so that they
Okay.
could go ahead and get started on
I'm glad
this.
you guys stopped me on that one. Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm good with it. I just didn't know we could do that. Approve with red line.
I'll make a motion to approve the Axon quote for the yearly cost of, where did it go? Is it this? Oh,
So should we just do the total amount? And it's just as the amount,
Yeah, amount
Okay.
listed, and then with any red lines to the term.
for the amount listed with any red lines from the attorney on the contract
Terms and conditions.
terms and conditions. Sorry.
I second too.
Shelley, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. I second as well. It's
Aye.
And you guys
okay.
are doing the 60-month, correct? But
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
just so that's in there.
Sorry.
For 60 months.
All right. Thank you, Erin. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright.
Have a good night, everyone.
And I'll be in contact with Aaron and I'll get that so we can get it going.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Thanks, Aaron.
Shelley, second. Do you want your updates? Matt,
No.
You wanna go and do your update?
You want to? All right, so, got the lights installed on my patrol truck. So they are a lot more visible from the side now, so happy about that. We've, I told you guys last month, or last meeting that, you guys were invited down to the office to come down and use our, firearm simulator.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody down here has decided to come down and help it. I mean, do anything with that. So anyway,
Kind of
long
proud.
story short,
I did.
we have reached.
Invitation?
Huh?
Is it still an open invitation?
It is still an invitation until it
Get
gets.
sensors painted.
Uh,
Somehow.
We have hosted some other departments up here. They've come up and done some training, and so helps at the end of the training year. So they were able to get their couple hours in that they needed to get the remaining.
I was wondering why there's so many different city police officers that you're.
How long have you had that?
They said till the 18th, but it may just whenever they come and pick it up. So, anyway, then Phillips went out to Andale's range here the other day and qualified on his new firearm. And I went out today with Tony, and we qualified out there today too. So we got that done for the year. We'll just have to get Tyler in and get him going on it. So I should have. He's supposed to be here on the 22nd. I've got sales rep going to be here to meet with him to measure him up for his vest. So
Remind me when you're starting?
the 22nd.
And is he gonna be training with you for? a
Yeah.
period?
Yeah, till we feel comfortable to turn him loose on his own. But yes,
After you have him onboarded and going, are you planning to change your hours?
yes, we will be discussing some changes on the hours. So thank you. But anyway, so
Perfect.
all right.
Thank you.
Consider staff phones.
Yes, so, our rec director does not get a phone stipend. Part-time get phone stipend. And in order to alleviate him having to switch the phone, because would offer him a phone stipend. Well, I don't think he truly wants to do that. He doesn't want for that. So my suggestion was, I went to the mayor about this originally and asked if I could move forward and he said to do it for all department heads, not just the rec. But as department heads, we have decided we're okay using our personal phones and because we have
want a second phone?
Yeah, we have it
Good thought,
like,
question.
and we have it set up to where lines are forwarded to our cell phone. And so it appears that when we call somebody or get phone calls, it's not our phone number. But so I went to Verizon to ask about an additional line. And if we get him a cell phone, that is a rec cell phone, then rec department will have a same phone number going for 3 years instead of it being changed 3 times. So, $36.99 is what the monthly fee would be to add a line for just the line. There is, I didn't print it off in paper because I sent it digitally, but they do have some free phones right now, and then there are phones with pay. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant, so I just figured having one of the free phones that they offer, the $36.99 is what we get for being a municipal organization. And so it's all in. And so it's up to you guys if you want to move forward or if you just want him to continue to use email and just go through us here at the city office.
That doesn't work.
That is going to say, as someone that has sat in that spot while sitting out at a field, trying to answer out of town problems and concerns.
Oh, yeah, no, I know.
Can't happen on an email. So I think we definitely need to move forward with getting this kid something if he doesn't have a stipend. So that way, I agree. I think it should be one phone number and just everybody changing phone numbers and no one knows who to call. It's just the number for rent.
Because there's also the option of doing Idea Tech a desk phone and putting it over there in the rec office. But that's $100 install, $30 a month for the phone. But then he would still need to have that phone forwarded to his personal phone, so he'd still be ultimately mingling his personal phone for city business. So that's why I didn't really print off anything.
And
I
he
did.
doesn't want things forwarded to his phone and use his personal phone.
Yeah.
He gets requested differently. So what about other than department heads, like public works, when they are on call and that kind of thing?
Forward to their personal phone, but they all get.
Do they get stipend as well? Okay.
Yeah, all full timers get a $40 a month stipend for phones.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah. I say that we make a motion to accept this, which anybody can disagree with me if you want. Pick a free phone and the monthly plan at $36.99.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Consider fireworks sale permit from the chamber. Any questions on this? It's something that happens every year.
Yeah.
There's a little.
Yeah. So I got this, today, actually after 5:00. So that is why you don't see that there's a COI, the insurance. We don't have that yet, but they always do it. I'm not worried about that. Usually this is also comes with a $2,000 annual, fee for this permit. And I don't have that as well. They asked if we could bill them, but a permit doesn't get issued until it's paid, generally. This is the last meeting we have before they start selling. So speaking with Shannon Reddick, who signed this, every year they give us 2,000, we turn around and we give back 2,000 at Fall Fest. So it's kind of a wash every single year we do this. Her and I talked, if the council is okay with it, you don't see anything legally wrong with it. We waived the fee this year. And then the 2,000, there's no money going this way or that way. It's just a year of no money with it.
It would be treated as an in-kind donation. So basically, the city would maintain their level of sponsorship and the advertisements that we do for the fall festival. It's just not we give you money now and in 2 months later, you give us it back.
Right. What about the insurance?
Their policy is not expired yet, so technically it's still valid and they have a new quote for the renewal.
So is it valid through when they
Yes.
would be selling?
Yes, it doesn't
Okay.
renew till August.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I did it for 8 years. It should be August.
Yeah, so I think I've seen it.
And you can stay with, on the confirm that insurance is.
Yeah,
You get
and
the
we did
permit
that
based
last
on
year
that.
too, because we didn't have it when you guys approved it last year, and it just said, and it was approved as long as COI was received.
Any other questions? So I'll make a motion to approve the fireworks permit. With the waivature of the $2,000 fee at this time, basically as a donation for Fall Fest and approval of the insurance,
Upon, yeah, confirmation of.
confirmation of insurance.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I abstain.
City attorney updates.
I wanted to keep it fast for you guys. I did give you, I'll start with the, maternity leave. I think I had a question about maternity leave for the city, but reviewing it, we did look and we were pretty sure, and I do believe that, he is covered under, FMLA, the father, and so I don't think we need to do anything. Looking at it, when we do review our policies, I do think there's some language to tighten up and kind of make it not maternity leave, but parent leave, and, but I don't think we need to do anything now. I think the city employee that was asking questions about that will be. So, yeah. But he's. I was at the city attorney conference with the league this past week, and they always do a great job of doing legislative updates. I did know most of them, but there are a few that will go into effect July 1st. And so I just printed off the slides for you so that you had kind of their notes and if you wanted to Google, but not everything really will apply to you guys, but I wanted to just flag some stuff and for you guys as department heads, because I think that will help. There is now a required mutual waiver of consequential damages for public construction, which is basically they tell you to live with your. So if there is any kind of public work contract that you just have it in your head to have me look at it. Make sure to put that in there. Consequential damages is just like as a consequence something happens because they breached, maybe now have to rent an extra machine to do an event we were doing or something like that. You can no longer sue for those. But we don't usually see that you get them a lot because you have to sue for them, take them to court, you don't miss them the money. So not that big of a day-to-day issue for the city. House Bill 2116 is a mandatory contract provision for cities at the second and third class. This is what they're mandating is good. Like we actually always make sure that all of our contracts have this in there. So nothing will change for how we review contracts. The only thing, and I want to kind of flag it for you, is that we are getting together. We haven't decided yet. We're still kind of talking because it's only for the second and third class. We could always opt out. We can do a charter ordinance and opt out. The only reason that I think we were thinking about suggesting that for our cities is because there's like your phone contract that you just agreed to enter into with Verizon, like that is gonna be almost impossible to get them to add this. And like your credit card processing, like those really big adhesion contracts. And so we might recommend, like the three of us are still talking about whether we're gonna recommend the charter out or not because we don't think it's good and we don't try to get it all. It's just, it makes it really hard for you guys to be able to do that with Verizon and work with have a Facebook page because you're under contract. And I can't imagine Facebook is going to let you do that, like, yes, definitely. So just be on the lookout for that if we decide. But for now, starting, we're gonna just add this to all. All right, by right housing, have you guys heard about the by right housing?
No.
They have basically created kind of a zoning way that if somebody can by right just say like this is what we're building and you really the city has no say anymore because that's what the legislature they did this last. One of the big ones that cities are kind of like flagged for cities is now single unit is duplex and quad. Like if it can be built a single resident, that includes like you can't. There's no deference now. Like you have to let them build duplex.
So unless the covenant.
Right. So a covenant is different. So, the HOAs, if you're HOA, that's a different thing, but the city. no
But what if
longer-
they don't have HOA?
They,
So does the covenant still apply, or is the covenant just for an HOA?
yeah, that's the thing. Like, so, like what we just did for,
So Wildcat
Wildcat.
Landing has an HOA?
it has a covenant and they'll have to have like, so the city will not, the way that it's written is that once it's sold, like there's so many, the owners take it. And then the owners can change it if they want, they can.
Okay.
Cause that's how it's written, like a covenant is really like the HOA.
Do we know why they set it up that way? Why we didn't just set it up for Kid City code?
Because then that would have to be for everything. So everything that you would require for those lots would just be, which it kind of was, I'm gonna be honest, when I read
Right,
it, it was a
that's
little
why-
weird because I kind of was like,
I'm not understanding.
that's why it's the city code and I wasn't quite sure why it was written how it was, but here we are.
So somebody can come in, buy a bunch of lots and then build duplexes if they want, this way, and nobody can say anything about it.
And the way that it's written is that it can't even go to a governing body. It
So-
has to be done administratively.
There has been a lot of
The home run
problems
rule,
outside of Mays and people come and go into city council meetings for trust and
I mean, a developer office.
Yes.
Right? And I just read right before this all came out, Goddard was like, we're banning duplexes. And then like I read this and I was like, no, you're not.
No,
Like a lot of councils are also like, what? We can't. There is some, yeah, basically anything that's a single resident zones like R1 allowed. And so a lot of it would be, I would say like a haven, like anything on this street, if somebody comes in and buys it and there's a 50 lot. You can't. I know, I just.
oh yeah, that's,
You guys would want to hear it from me and not somebody coming in throwing around.
Can't say no to.
The league was not happy because it really, it's like, why do we have home rule? Like, why do you all, and it should be with you all, but.
Okay.
So we are working
So-
on it. I've been working on a memo.
When working on like rezoning and that kind of thing, can it be rezoned differently?
It doesn't. Oh, yeah. So if it's not, if if a house, if it's R1, like a residential, single residential, if one single residential home is allowed in that, then a duplex is considered a single, like you can't say no to that. Now, you can say you have the certain setbacks, you have the safety zoning, it has to apply, but they have a 30-day window to have it administratively approved. And it can't go in front of a governing body like the Planning and Zoning Commission, a site committee review commission, or governing body to make decisions. Like, aren't we gonna allow it? It has to be if you check all the boxes, you automatically.
So if a house burns down, somebody goes to rebuild the house and they decide to do a duplex instead of a single family residence, they can do a duplex.
mm-hmm.
And maybe
Like it or not.
a quad,
Or
but it has to meet all the other things. I mean, it's like a town.
I was gonna say, are there like different standards or you know, like, cause the size of the
It
lot,
does
if
say that it's the 2008 like building code. Like, or another one that has been amended anywhere in the state. Like, and I a developer obviously wrote it that really liked it. Or, sorry. They can automatically build to that. They don't have to get permission if they're like, we're building with the.
Okay.
So I have a memo that I've done for another city that I'm trying to tweak for each of them.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I wanted to.
Just on this,
Well,
specifically have a memo coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've already written it and I'm just tweaking
Memo
it for
to
different.
come. Okay.
No,
You can't rewrite covenants.
no, the covenants do not matter. So if a covenant, this is what the thing, if a covenant, oh, you mean, we could rewrite it to say duplex before. Because if a covenant, that is a separate contract, it's not a city code. And so all HOAs covenants, they have, it's a, that you can sue them, you know what I mean? It's not a city code violation. So any HOAs or any covenant, those standards are okay. but it's not the city in front of the.
Even if it's not under the homeowners association,
Well,
yeah,
it's
it's technically
technically
under the,
Because they're buying
City?
into it and they know.
okay.
Do you see what I mean? I mean, because that's a separate, and the way we wrote it is a covenant that runs the land like a traditional shipping covenant.
Okay. Are there any other like neighborhoods or anything in the city that have covenants?
No, they're all expired.
So that's the.
So can like a neighborhood decide that they want to implement a covenant and they petition
all-
for that?
Well, it's not, they have to decide, so many, like, percentage of the owner have to.
I was just saying, like, if, and how does that work? Is it like so many city blocks can decide to
I would
get
say,
together and, or how does
That we currently have with the lot.
well, the reason that we
For Wildcat.
we were able to do Wildcat Landing, but because I think it had to be 100% of the owners. And at the time, it was the city, and then we just amended it and the one owner. There was only 2 owners, both agreed. And so you can create a covenant. So if you want to get like a block and every single person on the block, or it can go as wide as say, we are creating our own covenant, we're creating our own homeowner group. And we are agreeing that this runs with the land, and then you record it, and then it runs with the land that those restrictions. You can do that. So
There used to be a covenant on Stadium and it was a 25-year covenant. So it was done in like the 80s. So it expired. I looked because I was curious. So before we bought the house. So several of the like the blocks or the additions that when they were built probably have a covenant at some point, but the way they were written is they expired.
right?
So, I mean, I'm sure you could go pull the old covenants per those areas if that's something somebody wanted to look at doing, because then that's already an established area. So you would know how many people you
and there
wanted
might
to
be
be
people
able
who
to.
are like, we want in on that because we don't want our neighbor, like
Right.
the whole thing. And so that's something that could happen. And that's the way I'm actually like, as you're saying, I'm like, I bet there's gonna be a lot more of that.
So then, is that something that has to be passed through the city? They
It
just
has
decide to
nothing.
do it and they have a attorney that drafts it all for them,
then-
everybody signs it, and then they have it.
And then they have to record it with the registered deed. So that's
Okay.
like, if you're looking to buy, you can be like, how is this land encumbered? And you go look it up. And you go, oh, if I want to live here, I have to do this, or I can't.
Okay.
So,
Fun.
sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
I'm not against patio homes. If that's what you would.
On a side note, I saw that you guys did have the neighborhood revitalization. You guys had something in your budget. If you guys have ever wanted to do that, they've now made it like a whole city. It's no longer just the.
Where is
And
that at? Sorry.
Oh, that's on page 12. It's kind of a way to do like incentive districts where, like improve for financing and funding, like housing.
I'm missing
Have it?
pages.
Yeah, me too.
I don't have the
Yeah, we
back.
don't. I have
Front and back.
Yeah,
No,
it's not, mine's not front and
All
back.
right, I'm gonna email you guys. Sorry.
Okay, that's
Okay,
okay.
It's like I go
I was like, I
straight
was
to
reading anything about revitalization.
I have extra, you just weren't here yet. But it's obviously missing the pages.
All the even, or all, yeah, every
I'll
other.
email everybody, so you have, so I printed it off, so you could actually like Google it and like look it up.
Gotcha. Every other 2 slides is missing.
Yeah, there you go. Sorry.
That's
I
okay.
thought I was like, full. And then everything else is kind of one-off, the bathroom, the dreaded bathroom, maybe doesn't have much, but,
Hold up.
everything else is kind of, I don't think anything that we, if anything happens, I can flag it for you, but they're kind of like, oh, the library election board in Topeka had like a one-off and then they made a bill for everybody, but I don't think it.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the big ones for me. That's it.
Go, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Josephine?
So we have the core software that needs renewed is what the state do, and you have you have it in front.
Oh, I was gonna say, we're all still working on getting our rhythm. If before And I will look at all of these that you have on there. Before you guys or want to bring something to the council, it'd be better for me to be able to redline it because it's usually the same thing over and over again. That I will easy fixes, that I can get it done. And then when it comes before them, they know that it's in perfect form. So.
Is this something that's gonna be replaced by admin? No, it's, okay.
Just finding a work software, in any overall, software, it's not that many out there, so.
Okay.
So this is one that will still continue.
They're the same one that about 90% of the small communities use.
Any questions?
I make a motion to approve the Jayhawk software contract for $2,505.
Sherry made a motion, I'll second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Good, cybersecurity.
Again,
We just,
it's, we do it every year, apparently cyber insurance is becomes something to talk to, whether it's worth it or not. But we do have it,
Does Reach not? do it?
no, not cybersecurity insurance. This is.
Oh, this is the insurance.
This is insurance, this is not.
hacked.
If we did it. Is this something that is this the same company we've been using? Is this something we need
Yeah,
to
every year.
look into other?
There aren't that many out there that
Okay.
do.
There's a
Cyber.
lot out there, it's just, they were established with them. I could look at different ones, it's just time to regulate.
And I don't know that the premium would be any less,
I don't think so either.
because they're all probably gonna be underwritten by Lloyd's of London anyway.
What are we looking at?
It's I know, what I was looking at too, I was like, oh.
No, they muddy this quota.
With fees of
So
$64.
it's the 2920 and then the 6481 for like a.
So on the
admin
very
fee?
back
Yeah, it's
page,
the back
client authorization to bind coverage, it lists the amount.
$2,984.81.
Okay.
It gives us $1 million coverage for 2019.
Okay, okay.
Any other questions?
I don't have any.
I'll make a motion to approve the Gallagher quote for cyber insurance in the amount of $2,984.81.
I'll second.
We want it also so she can look at it.
Oh, with any necessary changes the city attorney feels needed.
Okay.
Sherry made a motion, Corey second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Updates?
Do we need to do anything else with that Jayhawk quote? Do we need to?
No,
go
I
back
actually
and-
looked at that, and I think those were pretty.
Okay,
good.
okay.
Because I think Jayhawk is for cities, and so they.
Perfect.
Is this Steve's turn?
No,
Oh,
Justina's update.
Josephine's not done yet? Girl, you brought a lot to the table today. Okay. No, you're
I
good.
don't really have too much updates. I'm diligently working on the budget. I am trying to do 3% on everything, just that's how it's going. Looking at COLA, just to give you guys a heads up, looking in the future, they are projecting COLA to be anywhere from 3.8 to 4.2% increase, what is currently going. We have a couple more data pulls for Edmonds GovTech that is happening tomorrow. And we are closed on Friday, everybody's off on Friday, in the office, so that's about it for me.
Can you make sure it's
And-
posted on Facebook?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we always, but we will not be affected by this weekend.
Podium today.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I'm scared.
Is that a big ass?
Justine?
Are we good? Yeah.
Thank you.
All
Right, what's that?
I'm gonna start with the Midwest quote for the pad mount transformer, just the one I kind of gave you guys for warning about from, for NKC.
Oh, yes.
Was $23,785, which I got another quote from Solomon, and it's just shy of $30,000. So Midwest can buy quite a bit of motor, the two main remanufacturers of transformers
Oh, okay, so it's not bad.
in the area.
Any questions on this?
And we do have the funds for this. We,
You were planning for it, not a budgeted.
I wouldn't say I was planning for, but we budget quite a bit for electrical upgrades. And we haven't done very many because we're hoping.
Something that's going to be like if, when we do a big electrical upgrade, is this gonna have to be upgraded as
This is-
well? Or
This is already on our 7,200.
ready to go?
This has nothing to do with that project. This is basically just to get MKC in a lot better situation than what they're in now. And they're one of our bigger electrical customers, so.
It's a good thing we're not waiting on it, cause look how long it takes to ship.
Yeah, that was why I wanted to go ahead and get this taken care of. There will be some more material. I went through and checked. I've got probably 70% of everything we need for this project. There's gonna be some stuff like some secondary wires, stuff that I'll have to come back with when I get a more accurate of what we're gonna need for it. But it's like small stuff compared to this. So I just need
What's the warranty look like? 3-year warranty?
3-year warranty, the total replacement.
Total replacement, okay. Does it say that?
Is there anything in here that you
It's
need?
insane.
There's
to-
one thing, but I can give it to you tonight.
Well, yeah, but.
So, just so you guys know, on, 7, I think that before it was a, to the extent allowed by, under the law, comma, customer agreed to this. But this way they can. But all right,
I will send that to you also.
I wasn't.
Any other questions? If not, any.
I'll make a motion for approving transformer for Midwest Electric Transformer Services for $23,785
With the edits.
with the edits suggested by.
Corey made a motion. I'll second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, my next one is the pipes, utility contract. This guy's gonna do, this is a quote for them to come in and do all the labor part of changing it out. Rewiring things on our side of it. MKC will be responsible for their side to it. But this,
So this is rewiring.
yeah, this is for
our
them to
side
set it.
for the transformer.
Right, to get the transformer hooked up and stuff, and I did not I intentionally did not get other quotes for this, and the main reason being, this is my number one pick for our upgrade. This contractor is. And I've been doing a lot of conversations with him about our possible overall city electric upgrade, and it's kind of a trial run. I want to see.
You're not gonna let him work on the weekends, right?
No.
Okay, I just noticed his fee for weekends.
Yeah. This will be like a 2-day project total. And we're cutting the expenses back on it quite a bit. We're gonna do quite a bit of the work, all of the demo of the old stuff and everything, we're gonna do ourselves.
Okay. This is kind of trial for what you can do.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because I've done a lot of talk with him about possible voltage conversion for the rest of the city, and he's gonna be a good fit for that, I think.
Okay.
He'll be able to bring in 5 crews and knock it out, and it'll be like their number one thing for their company to be focused on. So
Now, With this, when this change out starts, is there any effects to the city that's gonna take place of like
Yeah.
power has to go down or?
MKC will have to be shut down a day to 2 days. We've already talked to them. They're good with that, as long as it's not during harvest either way.
Say we can wait till after we
They're
harvest.
perfectly fine with, yeah, and like I say, the transformer is 8 to 10 weeks out anyway, so it hopefully will hit between,
No power.
yeah.
Power.
What are you talking about?
Any questions on this?
I make a motion that we approve the pipes utility contractor's bid for $15,750.
Sherry made a motion. Shirley seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, that's all I got for money today. Updates, we've been working more on water meters, getting meters that weren't reading, working through some bugs on it. We're still probably 3/4 done changing out all the residential meters, so we probably got about 100 more to go, somewhere in that neighborhood. And with that being said, since the 2027 budget talks have begun, we will no longer need a meter reader come January 1st, 2027. Or, yeah. So, which we all kind of knew that day was coming. Eventually, we got her budgeted, that person budgeted for the end of the year, through the end of the year, was to do them. What we don't have done yet, we'll take over reading. Okay.
Will you
My
still
guy's
need your
motivation.
part-time guy?
Yeah.
I forget what
Because we,
all happened.
well, he's primarily a mower.
Right.
Mows, and then in the wintertime, it's as we need. So it's not like he's putting in regular hours after mowing season, it's just as needed. He has to classify as part-time. So that's update on that. Electrical problems, we've had a couple. That weren't storm related. We had a crimp go bad over at the substation last Wednesday. Last Thursday. I don't remember. They all kind of start blending.
Maybe it wasn't.
And, it was actually pretty nice because
It's so windy.
because both my guys was about a half a block away working on water meters and they heard it.
Oh.
So they knew about it instantly. Hey, we got a problem over there. So total time from first issue to fix was about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
We did have to kill power to a leg in town just because if you don't do that, you get up there and start touching wires, you get big arcs and sparks. You get paid enough to build big arcs and sparks. So
No, and
we
you
kill
just.
power. I'm sorry.
I work in the week, so I don't have to deal with it.
Wasn't on my side of town.
We didn't have to talk about it after Memorial Day because, we skipped the meeting, but flags down
I think they
industrial.
look great.
Great.
Yeah,
That
awesome.
made my day.
I've been so excited about that and we was even talking about putting them out before Memorial Day just because I wanted to see what it looked like with them up. They weathered the storm good Saturday. However, I think somebody stole one
On industrial.
on industrial. It's gone.
There was
It's-
one that was like flipped all the way around.
Yeah, the mount broke on it. They don't mount it as metal poles right there in front of us. We're working on that.
That one that's missing.
No. The one that was missing was out at Haven Road and Industrial, the very first pole right on the corner.
That's a road.
The flag is
Yeah.
gone.
Hey, I
And,
dare you to go.
You know, if it fell and somebody picked it up, they just haven't brought it to us. That's my hope. But I think somebody probably pulled up, the truck got out. took it.
I'll picture
But it looks great. I was very excited about that. I've been wanting to do that.
When I came, the first time I came into town that day, I was like,
I know, they caught my attention. I was like, whoa, the new flags are here.
There
Great.
was one mounted downtown here that was like upside down.
Well, it
broke or
yeah,
something.
it came loose. I got called about it by 3 people on Saturday and I was like, we're not coming out to fix that. on
Right.
Saturday." Sorry, it's just gonna have to hang there till it's Monday. It's not a good use of overtime.
Right.
So
Jason's out fogging tonight. Trying to stay ahead of mosquitoes as best we can. Here lately, the wind's not been conducive to us fogging, so tonight was good.
Where all do you guys do like the tabs and
The
stuff?
dumps, everywhere there's water.
Okay, so you do like the,
Industrial.
no, Haven Road, like where the ditch is, then the ditch between, by the pool.
Anywhere there's standing water, they get dunks. And we use a cat dunk, not like the round ones that the county gives you and stuff. These will last up to 3 months. They actually like treat the ground. So it's the water just, and then it goes away and the cat pond water comes. It worked really well. It's just the amount of rain we've had this year is not. You can only win so much over mosquitoes. Crossover for the water plant that I had Swab Eaton do the engineering on. Finally got approved by KDH. So now I can start getting bids to get that job done. One more step closer to being able to bypass our water system for water tower repair that needs to happen. So that was a big one. That only took 8 months. Mayor's Sewer Services are, they were supposed to put out notices Friday and somebody on their side didn't do it. So today the notices went out and then they got some prep work done on that sewer main that we're having line, and they're going to start on that in the morning. So that'll be good to get that one done. And for council, Matt and Josephine and I have met for a few weeks now, and it's been wonderful. Communication has been great. Even we planned last Friday's meeting was, we were just because we're short on time and everything, was going to plan for like 30 minutes. We ended up meeting for an hour and a half. So it's been great. Communication between the three of us has been really good. I thank you guys much for holding us to the fire on that one. That's all I got. What do you got for me?
I just have a couple questions.
Ma'am.
So I have one of those notices. So anybody that received any of those, will they have any loss of pressure, like water pressure or anything
Yeah,
when they
it's all
come?
Stewart.
Okay. They just,
Nothing
it
to do
said
with
don't
it.
use any water or anything,
Well,
so
they
I
don't
wasn't.
want people flushing in toilets because it's not gonna get into the main.
Okay.
While they're in that process, and plus they don't want stuff coming in. That's the-
So they get notices, the people that are affected, but are we still posting anything, letting people know? Like, there's a company and working on them, the people that are gonna be affected have received notices, so if you haven't received a notice, you should
Notice that with
worry
that.
about
Since they went to the
it. Okay.
houses that are gonna be affected.
I just didn't
Getting
know if people
notices.
usually are like reaching out, what are they doing in town and.
We'll still get that even if we post something.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, there's probably gonna be a
And yours isn't even gonna be affected, so if your sewer
by somebody
goes,
that's gonna.
your sewer doesn't even go into that, they probably don't realize that.
I didn't think it did. And then the other thing I had for you is, I was just wondering who is in charge of cleaning, what are they called? Like the storm drain things? Right in front of between the school and the daycare. There's one right there and it is like packed full.
We are. We can clean them within 5 minutes of the rain starting, they're backpack full again. We try whenever the rain comes to get down Fifth Street and figure out the Fifth Street drains, best we can. But like I say, I will tell you, we can clean it and as soon as it starts raining, they're flooded.
Especially the big downpours we've been getting that just wash everything off.
We do, and we do try to, my guys will tell you, I'll do clean them 15 times already this year.
No, you're fine.
So,
Have you guys had any pushback when it rained this last time about roads being flooded?
nobody's called me at least, and I don't pay it.
They seem
Facebook
to,
complaints don't count.
No.
they seem to have drained pretty well. Well, it's
They've always drained well. They really have. Even Stadium does exactly what it's designed to do. It may flood, but within an hour,
Lake
it's gone.
Stadium for like an hour and a half.
Stadium.
No, Lake Stadium. It is Lake Stadium for an hour and a
It
half.
disappears, and that's all the road and the stuff's not to do. it does go away. Might not be fast enough for some people, but
Right.
the more asphalt we put places, the more that problem is. And they put a lot of it over at school. So.
Nope.
All right, thank you.
We forgot at the beginning of the meeting to,
Make a motion.
huh? I don't know, but we can do it now. To,
Yeah, the executive session's gonna be postponed again because the mayor's not here. Yeah, well, he was asked to bring it to last meeting. It didn't come to the last meeting prepared. Asked to bring it to this meeting. He's not in attendance and he did not want us to discuss it without him being present.
I will second to remove the executive session.
Nicole, okay.
Council member concerns, Sherry?
I'm good.
Corey?
I just want to commend you guys for the mission. I just want to say that again, that I'm glad to hear that things are going well in communication as well. And I think that's what it's like with that. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Corey. Kelly? No, I'm good. I don't have anything. Nicole?
Okay, I gave you guys a little memo. Basically it outlines just the fact that concerns regarding, I don't know how in depth I need to go. Doesn't really matter. It can be put in the minutes, so that anybody that's read it can read it. But it's basically just outlining concerns regarding, role clarification, communication, accountability, all those kinds of things. And just my request that we, within a 60-day period, get together a workshop, including us, the mayor, legal counsel, and department heads. Maybe any other appointed officers if we deem that necessary, to just go over things, whether it be policy or procedures or role clarifications that we feel we need to address, and just kind of coordinate, work together, communicate. I think it'll be a good way to build relationships between all of us and communicate expectations and how we can put those into writing if that's what we feel needs to be done, so that we can have it to fall back on and hold people accountable. And yeah, just whatever anybody wants to bring to the table.
I would say a workshop is a great time because nothing can be decided there, but it's like, okay, if you need something from me, okay, we can start working on that and bring it back to you. So it's just more of a brain dump and then like a talk and then getting collaboration. So I think that's a good idea to help get everybody on the same page, and then that helps me with policies and the different.
So yeah, I brought up the fact last meeting that we need to go over policies and that kind of thing, but just taking some more time to think on it and put my thoughts together, I thought that it would be a good idea if we all just kind of collaborated on it and that.
Do we want to do a workshop? Like, do we want to do it before a council meeting? Thoughts?
Are you okay with August doing that? Or since we have so much coming in July, or I'm not against it. But I think
Oh, we do have those two.
Yes, we have those 2 meetings we just put on in July.
For the, one.
Then I wrote them
tax.
down and I couldn't.
Would you be okay if we pushed it out a little bit, or what are you guys
I mean,
thinking?
yeah, August is still 60 days.
yeah, and
But believe it or not.
Okay, I don't know what it is.
why not August 3rd before?
Is that gonna be enough time? Let me just be perfectly honest.
I think we can have more than one.
I'd say if we're going to do
I
this,
mean,
like,
I think we need to.
it's more
needs
than
to
an
be-
hour.
I agree. But, and like I said, it can be more than one. We can plan on another night, if another night works, so that we're not looking at a 5-hour night.
Right.
I think it's gonna easily be, you know, a 2-hour,
I agree.
2.5 hour meeting. So, I mean, if everyone's okay, I would say if we could do it on a non-council night, just so we all are not all here for hours on end.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
we all start to get tired at some point and don't really pay attention.
I am
that's
definitely
when
for it.
Anakin
I don't want you to feel like
Peppers and-
we're
Exactly.
blowing you off at all, but
So my other, if we require the mayors to be here for this, I would be
I don't think it's a
concerned.
requirement.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be
I
there if he
mean-
doesn't want to.
I just don't want to exclude him just because the scheduled date doesn't, like he's already committed to something else.
And I mean, he can always, you know, if he can't attend, or anybody, if anybody
Let us know
can't
ahead of
attend.
time.
Yeah, to
Not
type
day
up
of.
your thoughts, put them, you know,
mhm.
put. Just,
Don't do it on August 11th.
Okay.
No.
Anybody else have
That's the day
any?
before Christmas.
do any of you guys have any requests, or like, could you care less if you attend?
Josephine,
would you
don't
like
you
to?
have a conference or something coming up? Or-
later in
Okay.
the fall.
I just know about, I'm trying to keep. keep it in
No,
mind.
I am not available the 6th or the 20th
Okay, well, maybe I'm gonna need you.
of August.
If
Sorry,
we,
can't do those 2 days.
Thursday and Friday, I'm good in August. I'm taking my daughter to college, but I guess I'm. But Thursday and Friday, so Monday through Wednesday.
We want to go with the 10th.
I was gonna say, the 10th, how does? Oh, yeah.
That's a Monday.
Yeah.
I can't do
August
the
11th. Well, I
Sorry.
mean, I can, just, that's the day before school. for me.
4th, 5th, 12th.
The 4th is fine, August.
You like
4th is
the-
fine.
That's
No, not the
election.
4th,
Yeah.
so
No.
the
I
5th,
mean, not that they're coming.
so the 5th, 12th. 18th.
August 5th, going once,
Some,
going twice.
I can't be.
What's wrong?
I have a.
Okay. The 5th.
August 12th,
August 18th.
that's too close to, we're trying to stay away from
Oh, okay. How about the
August.
13th?
August 12th.
sure.
12th is fine.
Corey,
I'll try to make the 12th work.
Corey, are you busy?
Wednesday.
I'm usually busy on Wednesdays.
Oh, yes.
No,
August 13th.
it's, but we'll, I'm not gonna roast for not being there one time.
I'm with you. I'm thinking, fuck.
Yeah, that's
What-
like, church will be all right without me.
So what time are we talking?
I say let's
Sorry,
start at
Wednesday.
6.
I was like-
6, thank you.
August 12th at 6.
Okay,
I'm so sorry, Corey.
that's okay.
One,
And we're considering this like a special.
It's a workshop.
You're gonna get me in
We will
trouble
not
with
make any
Jesus.
decisions.
Yeah,
Publish it.
Publish it.
Not published, but just, yeah.
Yeah.
Get it.
Okay. Just so I can now take a picture of these 3 days.
Are you
again.
all right with it being
Yeah.
that far off? Okay.
if we don't have anything
I would just
else,
say my biggest recommendation would be everybody come prepared with thoughts and ideas. So just come in willy-nilly trying to, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, I would
Have an okay
make a motion, a special meeting for a workshop.
I will make a motion that we are having a special meeting for a workshop on August 12th at 6 p.m.
Second.
And then I know the agenda can be talking, but you can also.
Stay on track.
I think it would be good, hopefully. If I don't have anything else, I need a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Sherry made a motion. I'll second.
Aye.
Favor, aye. Right. And I apologize for coughing. I haven't coughed all day. Waited till today.
Just when it's quiet.
Right? All right, y'all, great people. Have a good night.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.